Hey everybody, it's Wednesday, it's 21W08A, new Minecraft 1.17 snapshot, and as you can see, if you try and load up your old worlds from 1.16 or below, you still get the same error message. I'll leave a link down below to a video where you can load up your old Minecraft 1.16 worlds. And of course, just like last time, I'll leave the ID on screen for 21W08A so you know which version it is. It will make sense if you watch the video. But of course, you've all come here for the 21W08A snapshot, and we have some pretty cool things, so let's go down the list of changes and see everything that is new. First things first, the size of caves has been dramatically increased. Look at this. There seems to be more caves as well. We've got some spaghetti type over here. I think this is a new one as well. Carver. I think there's two new types of cave, canyon and carver. Not sure which one's which, but this one's probably carver. This is a really interesting shape. I see we've got some new ores there as well. Textures have been changed. We'll go over that shortly. So yeah, my assumption is these are the carver caves, because on the changelog it says they spawn below Y0. We're currently at -15 right now, so this could possibly be one of the carver caves. And another feature on the changelog is that cracks can now appear in the ground. I wonder if this is what it means by cracks, or if it means something a little bit smaller, just like this maybe. Or it could be something completely different. It could be something more like this, which is definitely interesting, because this just feels more like a normal ravine, unless this is new. This doesn't look like a standard ravine. Oh my god, that is not a standard ravine. So this must be the new cracks they're on about. This though, this is a normal ravine. Okay, so I think what we just saw up there, I think that's the new cracks that spawn in the ground. Another change as well is that this stuff has been changed from Grimstone to Deepslate, or as I was calling it last time, Grimestone. And one thing you've probably noticed is it has a top texture. So compared to last time, it was this sort of brick texture all the way around. Now it has a top texture, which I think looks really nice and smooth, but it's not very smooth, because when we mine it, as you'll see, we get something called Cobbled Deepslate. Now, Cobbled Deepslate can be used to craft different Deepslate variants, and I should probably mention that by me saying all of the Deepslate variants, that's all of the things like the walls and the stairs and the slabs, everything that I showed off last time. It can also be used to do a bunch of other things. Works the same as stone, I do believe. So if we grab some of this and we were to make, say, a furnace, you can make a furnace. So it's all the same things as stone tools, hasn't really changed in that department. However, it has its own sounds. Now, I don't actually have sounds turned on in game, but the Deepslate has its own set of sounds, and apparently it's very, very crunchy indeed. Similar to last week, the distribution of the ores have been further tweaked. So as you can see, we've got a little graphic here from the Minecraft blog post, and we can see we've got 1.16, pretty small, and then we've got 1.17. This is the second iteration. Now there's a little key over here which has all the different colors. There's what the lines mean, the arrows, there's all the colors, and as you can see, certain things have been tweaked. So if we look at 1.16, you can see it's pretty standard stuff. Below Y12, you get the diamonds, you get things like redstone, emerald spawns just above and below, lapis, gold, all that sort of thing. Coal is the one that can spawn pretty high. And then if we take a look at the second iteration of 1.17, and as you can see, diamond is actually going to end up being about as rare as coal at the furthest depths, and in actual fact, coal will no longer spawn all the way down to the bottom of the world. You can see coal sort of ends, probably even as low as 0. Coal stops spawning, I think that is. So yeah, coal will stop spawning at 0. So gold, lapis, diamond, iron, and redstone will all spawn below Y=0. And the rest of them, so iron, copper, emerald, coal, lapis, diamond, they will all spawn above and below 0, apart from iron. Honestly, I'm not sure what I think. I'm not sure if I prefer that or if I prefer the other one. I can't really see too many differences. Obviously, all of the stuff that goes above the ground, that's amplified world. So you've got the huge green emerald thing that goes above. You've got the iron that goes all the way above. So all of those ones are for amplified worlds. I think it could work. We'll have to see. Maybe they'll change it. As it says, this is still not final, but overall should be pretty good. One thing you've probably not seen down here is any andesite. Now, as with last week's snapshot, the andesite could spawn down here below Y0, but as of this snapshot, andesite no longer spawns below Y=0. You know, we can't see any sort of andesite or anything like that. Plenty of Deepslate. The lava's back. Yay! We've got plenty of different blocks, but not a single bit of andesite spawns down here anymore. And as we've been seeing around here, the tough block will now spawn. This is a geode. So one thing you've probably seen around here as well is that tough now generates on its own. Tough used to be the block that went around amethyst geodes, which we've actually got one here. And you can see that there's a new block around the amethyst geode. This is smooth basalt, and smooth basalt is now obtained from smelting basalt. If you don't know what basalt is, it is this stuff here. And basalt is another one of the new blocks. Now, if we were to find this in the Nether, this is actually a 1.16 block. If we were to smelt this into a furnace, we would get the smooth basalt block. And for some reason, it's ended up here. I'm not really sure what the connection is, you know, finding a block from the Nether in the basalt deltas. into the amethyst geodes. I'm not really sure what the connection's meant to be there, if there is one, or if it's just a case of this is smooth basalt and you get it from smelting these. I'm not sure, but it's interesting. You know, you've got 1.16 nether blocks and you've got 1.17 basalt blocks. And another thing you've probably noticed as well is the ores have been changed once more. I'll throw a graphic up on screen. Here's the new texture changes. I think they look okay. There are a few of them that I think could be changed a little bit, but you know, if you are colorblind at all, you do need to have that sort of difference between them. I mean, diamond's changed, but this is not diamond. It's Deepslate diamond ore. That's right, all of the different ores now have a Deepslate version. We've got Deepslate gold. They're placing these all down. They do actually work quite nicely with the blocks. They've even got the same sort of format of this one, where they've got the sort of brick texture on the side, and then they've got the nice new smooth texture on top. And honestly, I think redstone's alright. Redstone looks fine. It's pretty red, and it looks like it's powered almost, like it is an energy source. Diamond, they've changed it, you can tell, but it definitely looks nicer. It still feels like the old classic diamond texture, but with that sort of new feel. Lapis, I think is nice. It's nice and scattered. Iron, I'm really not sure about the iron one. I think it's a completely different change. This gold, pretty nice as well. Looks nice and shiny, but iron, I don't know what on earth they were doing with iron when they came up with iron. It just, I don't know, like, it doesn't look right. I understand that the blocks need to look different, so you know, like you can't have iron being the same color as that because of colorblind players, but there's just something about this that doesn't work. It sort of looks more scattered. I don't actually know which one I'm going to prefer. If I'm going to prefer like the iron or the different types of those. I don't know. It's an interesting change. Another two blocks that have had changes to their texture are the emerald texture, which again looks rather nice. It almost looks like there's an emerald inside of there. You've got lapis, which has had a change, and you've got the Deepslate lapis, which looks rather nice as well. Another change is that mineshafts can now generate in the open air once again. I believe that means like this. We've got a random piece of mineshaft here that's not really connected to anything. This next change is to do with the spore blossom block, and as you can see, if I place it down, we now get particles not only underneath, but we get particles all around. And this is a welcomed change by me, because if you saw the video where I transformed my caves of the quiz round into 1.17, you'll know that I had to place a lot of these things down just to get some nice particles. Well, now it seems like we only need to place down one, maybe two to get some particles, and they actually spread. So this is a very welcomed change by me, and possibly a very welcomed change by the community. Oh, and I think this might be one of the cracks I was speaking about earlier as well in the changelog, so this could be one of the cracks in the world, or it could just be funky generation. And finally, we have another change to the redstone tab. This one is just honey and slime blocks have been placed in the creative inventory. And of course, plenty of bug fixes, but I'll leave that for you to check out. I'll leave the link to the blog post down below in the description of this video. But ladies and gentlemen, that was 21W08A. Hope you enjoyed this video, found it useful. If you did, be sure to leave a like, subscribe, hit the bell as well, so you never miss a video like this, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.